Welcome. Take a look at our new set. Get Connected is going virtual. This season, we're using green screen technology in the studio. Hi, I'm Renarta Clanton Moyd. I'm a communications specialist with the Cumberland County Schools and your host of Get Connected. During this monthly show, we highlight numerous educational topics that face today's student, educator, and parent in the Cumberland County Schools. Now, on August 26th, the school system opened its doors to more than 50,000 students who follow the traditional calendar. They joined the nearly 3,200 students who have already returned to our year-round schools and early college programs. Now, as we start a new year, the superintendent of the Cumberland County Schools will join us to discuss the school system's newly adopted strategic goals and initiatives, as well as its direction this school year, on this edition of Get Connected.
Sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now.
No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite,
Unearth hidden passion.
Mom will have a good time.
Plant seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic.
To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall.
And make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life.
People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Get Connected, where we're chatting with the Cumberland County School Superintendent, Dr. Frank Till, about the system's strategic goals and initiatives and our direction for the new school year. Dr. Till, welcome.
Good to be here.
Hey, it is. I like sitting up here at this table, don't you?
Is it? The new set is nice.
Yeah, it
Very
is.
nice.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
So now, tell us about this 2014-2015 school year we're in the midst of.
Well, we're excited to start, and to move forward. And what you're always doing is you're always looking to the future. No school year is by itself. It builds on the previous school year, and then you want to see results 2-3 years from now. You have to build this year for the results 2-3 years. So we've set some goals, done some things differently in technology to produce the results long-term for our students.
That's good. Now, in setting the goals, how was that done? Was that just by one individual or a group collective?
It was a combination of things. What we did was we started with what we knew we were going to be held accountable for. And we met and looked at that and said, if we're held accountable for this at the state, what could we set our own goals for that? And could we set our goals school by school? After we did that, we did some focus type groups with the administrators and with the teachers and some other ones. And then when we pretty much had it polished, then we presented it to the board to show them our work, and the board then accepted and adopted as a formal document.
That's good. That is so good. Now, I noticed that we're kind of going back to that true north.
Right.
How did that come about, that we're returning?
Well, True North had become sort of our slogan, and we talked about and we had the symbol of the compass, where that if a student didn't make growth, in fact, they fell behind. And if after a couple years not making growth, they had low expectations. And a year ago, we talked about True North, but there was a program for evaluating teachers called True North Logic, and we thought there'd be some confusion. But as we've come forward and we're looking at grading of our schools and a wide variety of other data, it's growth. And so we decided, instead of pretending that True North Logic was going to get in our way, we would simply go back to True North, that every student would have an education that met their needs.
Okay. Now, you know what, let me ask you this. How do parents play into that true north logic or that true north type of thinking?
Well, there are several ways they play into. One is the biggest component is to have expectations for students and to have a partnership with the home. Over the last couple of years, we've been working at putting together communication tools and websites and things such as that. So the first things that our parents could do is sign on to the portal. And as this new school year started, I've heard a lot of success about people taking that seriously and getting a password to go on our portal, which will allow them to track their students day by day. So that's one thing. Second thing is to get involved somehow and to show your young people that they care. We're trying to do some things with mentoring, but the parent who cares takes it a long way. And I always remind fathers when I say that the research is that the father being involved is even more significant because our fathers don't get involved. And being involved in the school and your child's homework is more significant as far as achievement than coaching Little League or AAU. So we want parents involved in the fathers particularly.
That's good. Now, you know what, I want to kind of go back a little bit because I know to what we were talking about earlier, when you talked to us about the strategic goals, you introduced them in just like a wonderful way. We had this really wonderful rally. Well, it was a rally. It was a gathering.
Yeah, it's a rally.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And tell us a little bit about that. What if someone wasn't there, what did they miss?
Well, what we've tried to do over the years, like with True North and things such as that, a couple years ago we took everybody to the Crown. And that was good for what we did 2 years in a row, but that's not where we need to be. So what we're doing now is we're trying to do other mediums. And so what we did was we met over at Grace Creek High School. We had 2 teachers from every school. We had a parent from every school. We had our staff. And we went forward and we introduced it. And we introduced it in a different way in that our board introduced it as opposed to me. So we put together a video, our board introducing it, and we're playing that. We're sending out to the parents and showing that these are our strategic goals.
You know what, can we let them see the video?
Of course.
You want to do that?
Of course.
All right.
Cumberland County Schools provides an exemplary education to over 52,000 students. We promote students' lifelong passion for learning by furnishing rigorous, customized learning environments and exciting opportunities for career exploration.
As your school board, we are dedicated to making sure every student in Cumberland County Schools get the quality education they deserve. We have adopted new strategic goals to help us plot the course of your success.
Goal 1. Every student in Cumberland County Schools graduates from high school prepared for work and further education, because we believe our mission as a school board is to help fully prepare you for the next chapter in your life.
Getting students to that ultimate goal of wearing a cap and gown and crossing the stage to receive a diploma they have worked 13 years to earn is our greatest success. But we realize that students have to have a plan after their K-12 education is complete. That's why we are coming up with more ways to help students choose what's right for them, whether it be an institute of higher learning, going to serve our country in the military, or going right into the workforce. We want to help you get prepared for the next chapter of your life.
Goal 2. Every Cumberland County student has a personalized education because, after all, it's your education and the key to your future.
We want to make certain that we make every effort to see that each student has the best opportunities for learning. One standardized way of teaching won't help our students get to the next level. We offer smaller, specialized learning communities and early college high schools to help students along the way. Our early college high schools give students the chance to earn college credits while still in high school. Challenging AP courses help our college-bound students get a leg up on the competition. So we can get these higher level thinking courses to all students in our district, we offer some of them via our teleconferencing labs. And of course, keeping up with the ever-changing landscape of digital learning tools means we can give students even more opportunities to keep their learning going even when they aren't in the classroom.
Goal 3. Every student, every day has excellent educators because each of our students deserve a competent, caring teacher in the classroom.
We are constantly striving to keep quality, caring teachers in all of our over 3,200 classrooms because a quality teacher is the key to your success. Our excellent educators work hard every day to help students reach their full potential. We have regular job fairs to search for the best and brightest to be a part of our team. Once in the classroom, we afford all of our educators the opportunity to stay on top of their game by offering various, meaningful, and abundant choices for professional development. Educators never stop learning so they can guide their students along their path of success.
Goal 4. Because our students, parents, and educators deserve the ability to always be informed about the progress of every child, Cumberland County Schools has up-to-date business, financial, and technology systems.
Gone are the days of teachers writing down all their data, information, and grades strictly by hand in a grade book. Home Base is a one-stop shop integrated learning system for all educational stakeholders, students, parents, and administrators alike. We used to have NCYs, but that has been replaced with Power School. Now in its second year, it's the hub of student data information. Power School has the potential to be a broad solution for everything that is school business. The Parent Portal is an electronic platform for parents to access their child's current educational status. Now, parents don't have to wait for the paper progress reports and report cards to come home before they know how their child is doing in school. All Cumberland County School parents have access to the portal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, giving them the ability to stay constantly informed.
Goal 5. Every Cumberland County student is healthy, safe, and responsible because the development of the whole child is important.
The health and well-being of children entrusted to us each day is a responsibility we take very seriously. We do what we can each day to ensure we provide nutritious meals to kids and make sure they have many ways to exercise to keep their bodies healthy. The Cumberland County Schools want not only to provide students a first-class education, but they also want to help make our young people productive members of society. Initiatives like Positive Behavior Intervention and Support, or PBIS, are in place as a proactive strategy for defining, teaching, and supporting student behavior, resulting in academic and social gains and a positive school environment. We look for ways to help our youngsters stay in school and provide students who may have fallen off the educational track a way to get back in school so they can graduate.
Cumberland County Schools' mission is to provide a safe and caring learning environment in which every student develops the skills and knowledge necessary to pursue a productive life, to be successful in a diverse and global society, and to empower students to become lifelong learners. This mission statement is important to our strategic goals.
So it all comes full circle. Each new school year brings us a fresh set of future graduates. Seniors coming to the end of their journey, and all others in between. It takes all of us working together to help them all strategically advance toward success.
We are your school board, and helping you be successful is the reason we're here. And we support you in all you do because it's your education, your way for your successful future.
I don't know what's happening. Start a new chat. What did I do? Okay. Wow. That is so weird.
Hey! Hi!
Oh my gosh. Hi! God, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so nervous. Gia, you're so big. Come closer to the camera. Wait, now you're in my face. That was so good.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it! I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Get Connected. Our guest is Superintendent of the Cumberland County Schools, Dr. Frank Till, and we're discussing the school system's strategic goals and initiatives as well as its direction this new school year. Now, Dr. Till, just having the opportunity to watch the video, I mean, they did a wonderful job.
Great
job.
job.
Why do you think it's important for our school board members to do this type of thing in introducing our strategic goals?
Well, because our school board members are important for them to set policy and set goals. And actually, the final vote on whether we do things is their vote. And so it was good for them to explain to the community why, in fact, they support the goals and what they mean for the community. So as they're out in the community, people can ask them and they can see the ownership. And sometimes people don't think that if you're not visible, you don't support it, but this shows how 100% behind it they are.
That's good. That's good. Now, something I know that you introduced to us during the time we were there at the kickoff at Jack Brett, what you call BHAGs.
BHAG.
What is a BHAG?
A big, hairy, audacious goal. And,
okay.
Yeah, and it really isn't my word. It came out of the In Search of Excellence many years ago, where you can set goals. You can set a very modest goal that's easy to achieve, and at the end of the year you celebrate. At the end of 4 years for us, you celebrated the major goals, but you didn't move the bar, you didn't really do things. And if we're going to really move the bar for our children, we have to close gaps, we have to exceed things, we have to do better. And so we've upped the goals from what some staff originally did. We upped them, and so they're very ambitious, they're very big and bold. And out of that, they came called big, hairy, audacious goals. So it's simply referred to as BHAGs. And so we set five very large BHAGs for our system. And when we achieve them, which I believe we will, our children will be better off for having the BHAGs.
That's good. And that's good we have that as a barometer of
Correct.
sorts,
Correct.
And now I know that something you've been doing, I know this summer as well as even in the spring, you've really been up there in Raleigh. Championing education. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, it's always tough. North Carolina is like 48th in funding for education, and there's some consequence of being that. And so a small group of superintendents, we actually started meeting to basically benchmark off each other, get better as systems, and we decided to become politically active. Not from a Republican-Democrat point of view, but simply talking about things for children. And so we called our own press conferences and met with the governor and met with the Senate, met with the House, and we would advocate for positions and let them know if they passed something what the impact would be. And so we went there, and we went there with the idea, as I told my staff, I can deal with consequences when I feel like I've done my best, but I felt if I didn't go up and advocate, the consequence I couldn't live with because I didn't do my best.
Right, that's good. Do you feel like you're being heard, that your consortium is being heard?
Yeah, there was some controversy because, you know, some people complained that we didn't get everything, but I made it known that I felt from where we were to where we ended up that we were heard. And I believe that we've got a chance to be heard even further as we go along. And I personally have accepted some invitations to chair some committees on assessment and some other ones working with the business community. So I'll still be actively involved, at least the first semester, to try to shape where North Carolina is going, with the idea that maybe next year during the long session, we'll get even more movement back to where we believe education needs to be. But if you don't get involved, you can't complain.
That's true. You can't complain, and you have to sometimes be that change.
You have to be that change.
Exactly. That is so true. Now, I know that not only with the fight in Raleigh, but here locally, we're going to have some challenges in education here. Talk to us about some of those.
I think the biggest challenge, of course, is we're adjusting to the budget, which will allow us to pretty much maintain where we planned on being. But a lot of the money we get is one-time money, and so we've got to keep working on making that more stable around our TAs and our class sizes and raises and things such as that, so we'll be working on that. But I tell people we have to measure some things in the terms of our young people, and a lot of our young people are on free and reduced lunch. A lot of our people come from homes where there's not much support. I tell people, a lot of people say, well, all we got to do is do something with the family. Well, for some of our children, that's not a reality.
Right.
So we've been working on trying to build partnerships around increasing our mentor program, cooperating with some agencies, cooperating with United Way to try to build it with the idea that it's time in Fayetteville and Cumberland County we stop talking about doing something and start doing something. And through mentorship, you can volunteer on your own. You don't have to be a part of anything, and we can plug you in to help a child.
That's good. And I know that personally that you are a mentor. You've had, what, 3 or 4 young people?
Overall, I've had 7.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, 3 of them graduated, 1 left the system, and 3 are currently in the system. And so I have 3 active mentees now. I always do boys because I think I don't have to worry about other things. So I do young men. I've got 1 who'll be an 8th grader, 1 will be a senior, and 1 will be 11th grader. And I just go once a week or thereabouts and check on them. If I can't make it, I let them know. I found out a couple years ago I had 1 mentee who's now graduated, and I was going to Florida for vacation at Thanksgiving. I didn't tell him. He thought I abandoned him. And when I got back, he thought I had abandoned him. I said, no, I was just on vacation. So now I know I tell them when there's going to be a week or 2 when I can't make it, because for a lot of my young men I've worked with, people have been abandoning them all their lives. So. So I'll work with them, and it's a great opportunity. I get more out of it than they give to me, because it's just fun to be with them, and they call you up every once in a while when they're in trouble and need letters of recommendations for different things, and it's just neat.
That's good. Now, with the mentor program, I know that's something that you've been really working on, you along with Natasha Scott and several United Way community agencies. How was that changing from what we saw in previous years?
I don't think it's really so much a change, it's much more a collaboration.
Okay.
So what was happening is the Fayetteville Observer called a meeting about having some impact on the community. We needed to do something, and several of us were sitting around the table and who had been doing mentoring as part of our district or part of our agency. And we decided that we've been to too many meetings where the only thing that comes out of the meeting is another meeting's called.
Yes.
And so we decided we were going to do something to try to do it, and we connected and found out that the agencies that were doing it outside of the district all were United Way agencies, so went to United Way. So we actually cross-referenced our websites, and we've got some rollout events, and the press is helping us. And so we're going to see if a small group of people who are already doing something really cooperate together, we can move the community, and therefore can say to people, the community is ready to move when you move. Stop talking. Yeah,
and that's good. And you know, even studies and research have found when young people have that mentor in their lives, we see crime reduced. We see, you know, it has a huge impact. And it's so good to see that you not only talk the talk, but you're walking. You know, and you're taking it personally.
Yeah, my wife and I have mentored for many years, and she very honestly was really involved in Florida and helped start a statewide effort. And it's something there, the community's there, and the little bit we've done in the first couple weeks out, that everywhere we go, people give us cards and say they want a mentor, and so all you got to do is mention it, and you know that the community was waiting for somebody to ask, and because they didn't know where to go. So now that we're asking, we're starting to see the results, and the support through public relations, I think, will make a difference. And like we said, if it plateaus out, then we'll come back and challenge it more. But I really think that this time, with our cooperation, and there's no turf, because if somebody wants to mentor at the urban ministries, great. If somebody wants to mentor at Girl Scouts, great. So we're celebrating each other as opposed to, well, the school that didn't come to the school system, therefore you can do it. And the beautiful thing about partnering with United Way is we can make sure that our mentors are quality people, because we screen everybody and
background check,
and we don't have to worry about that in general.
That's good. And you know what? When you said the word celebrate, what came to mind was we have a lot to celebrate here with the Cumberland County Schools. Tell us.
Well, I tell people all the time that our test scores are up. They're not where we want them to be, but they're up. We're moving forward to refresh our technology this year. We've been 100% wireless for, I think, 3 years now, and we're making it faster because, you know, it slows down for some reason. We're doing all that. We're talking about moving forward on initiatives, training, really challenging ourselves, because the BHAGs, you know, the big goals we've set, are going to require us to do something different. If we didn't set the goals we were already set, we know what we can do, but we're going to have to do something different around college interests and things like that. So our graduation rates and kids going to college and our scholarships, and so we're going to celebrate everything. And really what we're going to try to do better is celebrate the classroom, because if it doesn't happen in the classroom, it's not going to happen because I'm on Get Connected talking about it. It's going to happen in the classroom. So we're doing that, and recruiting in the raises, and the things that our board has done is making us more competitive around raises and things like that. But the big goal is to help Cumberland County be an attractive place for people to come, work, and live. And so jobs will come here, and markets will open up, and there'll be more opportunity.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm looking at the clock on the wall. Don't have very long, but I want to find out any last words you have regarding this academic year 2014-2015.
Our biggest thing I hope out of Get Connected is, first off, those who want to can mentor, but equally, or not more important, if you're a parent out there, I want you to sign up for that portal. We have approximately only about 10,000 of our 50,000 students have parents who have signed up. And if you've already signed up, you don't have to sign up again, but we have 40,000 students who we're not connecting completely with our new technology parents, and that's a big hack.
Yeah, and that portal allows them to see 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Grades, attendance,
everything.
all of it.
And some students don't like it because,
oh no, they don't like it.
But it's something that we can monitor our kids, and it shows them that we care.
Yeah, that's good. All right, Dr. Till, thank you for joining me.
You're quite welcome.
I'll have you back, right?
Right.
All right, okay. Well, on behalf of the Cumberland County School System, we want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of our show and for giving us a chance to once again help you get connected. Until next time.